Is traditional education truly equipping us with the practical skills we need for the modern world? This question is more relevant now than ever before. We live in a society where the demand for practical skills is high, but the current state of practical skills education seems to be failing to meet this demand. Many of us have experienced the frustration of sitting in a classroom, trying to absorb knowledge from a textbook, only to find that these lessons don't translate well into real-world applications. Theoretical knowledge is important, but without the opportunity to apply it, its value diminishes. Moreover, statistics show that a significant number of students struggle to retain information learned in a traditional classroom setting. This suggests a gap, an inefficiency in our current approach to teaching practical skills. Enter virtual reality. Imagine a world where learning is immersive and interactive, where we can practice skills in a safe, controlled environment before applying them in reality. But what if we could revolutionize the way we learn practical skills? Enter the world of virtual reality, a technology transforming the way we approach learning. Virtual reality, or VR as it's commonly known, is not just about gaming or entertainment. It's a technological marvel that has the potential to revolutionize the way we learn and acquire practical skills. Imagine being able to step into a fully immersive environment where you can interact with objects and scenarios just like in the real world. That's what VR offers. So how does it work? Well, the magic begins when you slip on a VR headset. This device transports you to a simulated environment, created using computer graphics. Sensors track your movements, and as you move your head or hands, the virtual world moves with you. It's like stepping into a different realm, yet you're still standing in the same spot. Now, let's talk about its potential in education. Think about the usual way of teaching practical skills. It often involves direct, hands-on experience, right? But what if these experiences could be safely replicated in a virtual world? For instance, a medical student could perform a complex surgery without the risk of harming a patient. Or a mechanic could dismantle an engine and put it back together, all without getting their hands dirty. It's a shift from traditional learning, but it's one that experts are excited about. They believe that VR can provide a more engaging and effective way of teaching practical skills. After all, when you're immersed in an experience, you're more likely to retain information. But it's not just about learning new skills. VR can also be used for practicing and refining existing ones. It provides a safe space where mistakes can be made and learned from, without any real-world consequences. Sounds promising, doesn't it? But let's dive into some real-life examples. Imagine learning to perform a complicated surgery without ever touching a scalpel. Picture this: you're a medical student, and instead of learning surgical procedures from a textbook, you're actually performing the surgery. Not on a real patient, of course, but in a virtual reality environment. This is not a futuristic fantasy, but a reality that's taking shape in medical schools across the globe. Take the case of Stanford University's Neurosurgical Simulation and Virtual Reality Center. Here, students step into the shoes of skilled surgeons, navigating through complex procedures, all within the safety of a controlled virtual environment. They can practice as many times as they need to, making mistakes, learning from them, and improving their skills without any real-world consequences. This virtual training offers numerous advantages over traditional methods. First, it provides an immersive, hands-on learning experience. Students are not merely spectators, but active participants, engaging in a real-time interactive process that mimics the pressures and demands of a live operating room. Second, it's a safe space for trial and error. In the virtual world, a mistake doesn't mean life or death. It's an opportunity to learn, to hone skills, and to gain confidence. This safety net allows students to push boundaries, take risks, and ultimately become better surgeons. Third, it bridges the gap between theory and practice. It's one thing to understand the theory of a surgical procedure, but a whole other ballgame to actually perform it. Virtual reality allows students to apply their theoretical knowledge in a practical setting, enhancing their understanding and skill level. Lastly, it's customizable. The virtual environment can be tailored to mimic a wide range of scenarios, from routine procedures to rare, complex cases. This flexibility allows students to gain exposure to a variety of situations, preparing them for whatever their future careers may throw at them. So, it's clear that the integration of virtual reality into medical training is revolutionizing the way we teach and learn. It's a powerful tool that not only enhances the educational experience, but also has the potential to improve patient outcomes and save lives. Virtual reality is not just a game changer, it's a lifesaver. From the operating room to the workshop, VR is making waves. Just as it is revolutionizing medical training, virtual reality is also making a significant impact on vocational training. Let's take a look at a case study where this technology has brought immense benefits. Consider the world of mechanical repair. Traditional training methods required hands-on practice with heavy machinery, which could be dangerous for novices, and resulted in wear and tear on expensive equipment. Enter virtual reality. Now, trainees can learn to repair machinery in a virtual environment that perfectly mimics the real world. They can disassemble and reassemble engines, diagnose issues, and perform complex repairs, all without touching a single physical tool. This approach has several advantages. Firstly, the risk of injury is significantly reduced. A mistake in the virtual world doesn't lead to physical harm or equipment damage. Trainees can make mistakes and learn from them in a safe environment. Secondly, VR offers the opportunity for repeat practice without resource depletion. In the real world, repeatedly performing the same repair on physical machinery would be costly and impractical. But in VR, trainees can perform the same task over and over again, honing their skills without wasting materials or damaging equipment. Thirdly, VR training can be individualized. Trainees can progress at their own pace, repeating modules as needed, and focusing on their areas of weakness. This personalized approach accelerates skill acquisition and builds confidence. Finally, VR training can be done remotely, breaking down geographical barriers. Trainees don't need to travel to a specific location or have access to particular machinery. They can learn from anywhere, at any time, as long as they have the necessary VR equipment. The results speak for themselves. Companies that have implemented VR training report faster skill acquisition, improved safety records, and lower training costs. Trainees, on the other hand, appreciate the hands-on, immersive nature of VR training and the opportunity to learn at their own pace. It's clear that VR has the potential to redefine practical skills training. From medical to vocational training, the possibilities are endless and the benefits undeniable. So, what does the future hold for VR in education? A question that's been captivating the minds of educators, tech enthusiasts, and students alike. As we look ahead, the potential applications of virtual reality in education are boundless, extending from the elementary classroom to professional training programs. Imagine a world where a third grader can explore the depths of the ocean, the far reaches of space, or the intricacies of a rainforest ecosystem, all from the safety of their classroom. With VR, these immersive, hands-on experiences can become a reality, transforming the way we teach science, geography, and even history. Yet, it's not just about younger learners. In professional training programs, VR may soon be the tool to impart practical skills in a myriad of fields. Imagine an architect walking through their designs before they're built, or an engineer testing a machine in a virtual environment before it's manufactured. Even the world of performing arts can benefit, with musicians and actors practicing their craft in virtual auditoriums, getting a feel for the stage without the stage fright. However, the road to such a future isn't without its bumps. There are challenges to be overcome, such as ensuring widespread access to VR technology, developing effective educational content, and addressing potential health concerns related to prolonged VR use. While these hurdles may seem daunting, they also present opportunities for innovation and collaboration among educators, technologists, and policymakers. Moreover, the societal impact of this technology could be immense. By making education more engaging, practical, and accessible, VR has the potential to democratize learning, breaking down barriers related to geography, socioeconomic status, and even physical disabilities. The future of practical skills education is here, and it's virtually amazing. As we continue to explore and innovate, there's no telling what incredible learning experiences we'll be able to create. So let's strap on our VR headsets and dive into this exciting new frontier of education. After all, the future isn't just something we predict, it's something we create. The future of practical skills education is here, and it's virtually amazing. So, can virtual reality truly revolutionize the way we learn practical skills? We've explored how VR technology is breaking barriers in education, redefining how we acquire and refine practical skills. From the medical field, where trainee doctors can perform intricate procedures in a risk-free environment, to vocational training, where craftsmen can perfect their skills without wasting resources, VR is proving to be a game changer. Not only does it offer immersive, hands-on experiences that traditional methods can't match, but it also caters to individual learning styles, making education more accessible and efficient. The implications of this technology are profound. Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of their location or resources, can learn, practice, and master any skill they desire, all within the confines of a virtual space. The potential of VR in education is vast and untapped. As we continue to push the boundaries of this technology, we inch closer to a revolution in learning. The possibilities are as endless as the virtual world itself. It's time to step into the future of education.